Okay. Hello, guys, and a very warm welcome to all of you in this exciting new webinar where we discuss the exciting changes which Google has recently done to help businesses come out of the strange COVID-19 times. Now, here comes another amazing opportunity, new commission-free buy on Google Experience. Well, yes, my name is Akash, and with me I have Atish, who is the Global Partnership Manager at Google. We also have Ankur, who is currently Google Shopping Actions Lead at SitCommerce. Thanks a lot, Atish and Ankur, for sparing your time for our listeners.
Thanks, Akash. Very happy and very excited to be here.
Okay, so now moving ahead, for the information purpose, listeners, please write down the queries in the left-hand side box, which you might be able to view. That's by the name of Q&A. So in that you can see, like you can go ahead and type in all your queries over there. We shall entertain all your queries at the end of the webinar. Further, from here, I'll take a seat back and provide the steering wheel to Atish so that he can guide our attendees with this new buy on Google Experience. Atish, over to you.
Thanks, Akash. Could you just confirm once you're able to see my screen?
Yes, we are able to view your screen. Thanks.
Awesome. Thanks, Akash, and the SitCommerce team and everyone for to sort of take out some time and be here. I'll say I'm definitely very excited to share, the latest and new on the shopping side of things at Google. Without further ado, let me just dive into the agenda. We'll first start. We'll talk about what our mission stands for within the shopping team at Google and what's the new and latest. Some of you may have heard news around changes on the platform, so I'll be happy to sort of cover that. We'll then move on to the key programs that we offer within the Google Merchant Center, which is the shopping tool for Google, and what programs exist and what are those features. From there on, we'll briefly touch upon what are the program requirements to be part of these to be part of the new experience, and how do we actually get started. And of course, SitCommerce is an integrated partner with us, and they will be covering a bit on that as well. And then we'll, like Akash mentioned, we'll leave some time at the end for some Q&A. Happy to take any questions that you have. We'll try and answer all of them. In case we're not able to, or in case we fall short on time, happy to sort of look for those responses and send them back your way. All right, so from a mission perspective, so our mission statement at the shopping team at Google is to make Google the best place for users to start their shopping journeys, regardless of where those journeys complete. So that's right. So we're actually focusing all our efforts from a user perspective to ensure that anything and everything related to shopping, so all shopping queries should actually start on Google, irrespective of where the journey gets completed. So whether the end transaction happens on Google or the end transaction happens on your website or any other forum, that's absolutely fine. We're focusing all our efforts and energies to sort of ensure that whenever there is something related to shopping comes to the user's mind, they should go on to Google and put in their queries there. And from a seller perspective, we actually want to make Google the best place for sellers to connect with users, regardless of whether the purchase happens on our surface or theirs. So again, irrespective of whether the transaction happens on Google or your website, we'll just sort of ensure that sellers get access to as many users as possible. And we have, of course, millions of users coming on Google every day with respect to queries on shopping. Our vision remains constant to support and partner with the global retail ecosystem and to help shoppers find what they're actually looking for. Let me just spend some time around what have the latest announcements been like on the shopping side of things. So on the left hand side of the screen, you'll see the headline right at the top, which says it's actually now free to sell on Google. Back in April this year is when we announced this, which essentially means for all sellers that have a website, they can actually put in their product listings onto Google Merchant Center, which is the tool for everything shopping, and they will actually start getting free traffic to their website. And I will talk about this a bit more in my next slides. And on the right hand side, we made another announcement in July where we announced that the Buy on Google experience, it was formerly known as Shopping Actions, which is the marketplace type of offering from Google. So the user stays within the Google experience, does not go out of Google hosted pages. That experience is now open and commission free, right? So we're going forward, Google will not be charging any commissions to sellers on transactions that are actually made on Google for their products. So we are definitely excited about both of these changes. And like Akash mentioned, it comes at a time where the external circumstances are very different, and we're sort of making all our efforts to ensure that you're able to connect users and sellers across inventory on Google. So these are the three key programs that we have available on Google Merchant Center with respect to shopping. From a user if we look at it from a user perspective, user broadly has whenever user is searching for anything on Google, user would broadly have two options. One, the user ends up purchasing the final product and makes the final transaction on the seller's website. In this particular case, we have two programs. One is, of course, the shopping ads. Right, some of you may be aware of it. We've been on the ad side of business, on the ads business for more than a decade. You should look at it like a boost to your product listings, getting additional visibility. It typically works on a pay-per-click basis, and it just for your information, it used to be formerly known as product listing ads or PLAs. And then, of course, there are different formats that we have within the shopping ads realm. That being said, everything, at the risk of repeating, everything with respect to shopping, whether it's ads or unpaid or anything else, actually is powered by the Google Merchant Center tools. I would encourage all of you to sort of have Google Merchant Center accounts, and then from there on, we can figure out which programs to participate. The next program that we have is free listings. We call it list your products for free on Google. Again, this is for sellers that have a website. As I said on my previous slide, we actually launched this in April. So before April, the shopping tab, the shopping property on Google used to be powered by product listings from advertisers. So that means only product listings that were backed by monies, backed by budgets from advertisers, only those results would show up on the shopping tab. But in April, we actually opened up free listings, which gives sellers the capability to list their products for free on Google. And it's fairly simple. You just need to opt in, put your product feed, opt into the program, and start getting free impressions and free traffic to your website. And you can actually monitor that as well from the Google Merchant Center. It's actually not just available on shopping tab, but on a few other surfaces as well. So of course, you'll see free listings coming up on shopping tab. You'll also see them coming up on Google Images, Google Search. So we've expanded, since April, we've actually expanded the presence of free listings beyond search as well. So these are the first two programs are what we have for sellers that have a website. And the end transaction actually happens on the seller's website. So we broadly provide traffic, right, either in a paid fashion or also unpaid, which started a few months back. The third option is actually when the user stays within the Google experience, right, and the user purchases directly on Google. So from a buy on Google perspective, we actually made a few significant changes back in July. So it's just been a couple of months. We're still ramping up. Now, the Buy on Google experience, which formerly used to be known as Shopping Actions, is now an absolutely commissions-free experience. It's our marketplace type of offering, but unlike other marketplaces that charge commissions, Google would not be charging any commission on any sale that is actually made on Google for your products. That being said, we also have the shopping app, which provides a very personalized shopping experience to users. You're able to build bigger baskets, have a universal cart. There are multiple surfaces on which your listings can show up. All of that is very intuitive. And last but not the least, if you actually see at the bottom right side of the screen, you see that colorful card. So whenever you see this card show up against a product listing on Google, that essentially denotes that it is available to be bought directly on Google. So it's a buy on Google listing. And if you click on any of these listings, you'll actually stay within the Google experience, and you can do a seamless checkout and purchase the product then and there, right? For the purpose of this webinar, we'll actually focus on the unpaid programs that we have, which is free listings and buy on Google. So how will all of this actually look to the user when the user is actually searching for something on shopping? So let's assume what you see on your screen. Let's assume there is a user that searched for running shoes and went to the shopping tab on google.com. The user will actually see shopping ads right at the top. You see that little blue box which says sponsored. So all these are shopping ads units. So there are budgets backing these campaigns. If the user clicks on any of these product listings, they will actually be directed to the retailer's website. Now, after that, you see that section which says about. You'll see a bunch of free listings show up now against the search query on the shopping tab. If you click on any of these, the user will actually be taken to the retailer's website, but the retailer would not be charged anything for this traffic, right? So up until April, these results were actually powered by all sponsored listings, and we changed the experience to ensure we make it more like how Google search operates. If you'll see ads and then you'll see organic and unpaid results. So we're trying to go that way. So that's where your free listings will show up. If the user clicks on any of these free listings, they will be taken to the retailer's website, and the transaction can get completed there. Now you may ask, where is buy on Google? We spoke about buy on Google as well. So with the relaunch of the buy on Google experience, the buy on Google units, which would be denoted by this colorful card, would actually get co-ranked with free listings units. So going forward, you'll see free listings units. You'll also see buy on Google units, which will be denoted by that card, show up in the about section on the shopping tab. And the difference would be that if you click on the buy on Google unit denoted by the card, you will actually stay within Google, and you can keep on adding things to your cart and do a seamless checkout. If you click on free listings, if the user clicks on free listing, they will actually be taken to the retailer's website. As I said, for this webinar, we'll actually focus on the two programs, which is free listings and buy on Google. Let me just talk a little bit more on the free listing side of things first. So from a free listings perspective, like you see on the left hand side of the screen, on the shopping tab on Google, if hypothetically speaking, a user searches for something like kids puzzles, you'll actually see ads right at the top, and then you will see a bunch of free listings that show up. Now, if a user clicks on any of these, they'll be taken to the website, which essentially means that the seller is getting free impressions and free traffic. The same traffic can actually be monitored through Merchant Center. So you can actually monitor trends and see how much free traffic are you actually getting from this program. And it's fairly simple to opt into the program. You just need to have an exhaustive product feed and put that feed in Merchant Center, opt into the program, and start getting free traffic to your website. This is what I spoke about this a couple of slides back as well. This is what the experience used to look like on the left side of the screen before we announced free listings. So it says sponsored, and all listings used to be sponsored listings before April. The new experience looks like this: ads at the top, bunch of free product listings, and you'll also see buy on Google units coming up here as well. All right. So to summarize on free listings, it's fairly simple. You just need to sort of put your product feed, opt in, and start getting free traffic. I would recommend all of you, for all sellers that have a website, this is something which is absolutely free of cost and gives you free traffic that you can also monitor. So would encourage you to sort of opt into this program. From a buy on Google perspective, which is our marketplace type of offering where the user stays within the Google experience, let me just spend some time to explain the concept on how we sort of plan to evolve this. Now, selling on Google, offers a lot of transaction opportunities across touch points. You see a bunch of applications on the screen. All of these applications, Google applications, have more than 1 billion users each. So you can imagine the kind of reach that's possible. Now, there are very high chances of users coming across different products when they're actually experiencing any of these applications, or even applications beyond these. So for example, if there's a user on Google search, they may come across a product that they may want to consider and want to add to cart. Similarly, the user can be on YouTube and can probably be looking at a how-to video and consuming content on YouTube, and again come across a product. They would actually have the ability to add products seamlessly to their cart, right? So whenever you see product listings with this unit across surfaces, that essentially means that the users can actually add these products to their cart, which is a single unified cart, and buy directly on Google. We actually aim to provide a frictionless and a personalized shopping experience across the surfaces that we're active on. For now, the buy on Google experience is actually active on a few surfaces. First one is, of course, naturally the shopping tab. So if you actually go on shopping tab on google.com, you'll actually see a lot of buy on Google units show up. I've tried to highlight those units with the red circle, and hopefully you'll be able to see it on your screen. So definitely shopping tab is where we're active on. We're also active on Google search. So you'll actually see buy on Google units show up on Google search as well. Images is another surface where this product is active. And as I mentioned earlier, we also have the shopping app. I would encourage you to download it, try it. We're still evolving and we're still learning on the app experience, but it provides you a fairly personalized experience. There's easy reordering, shareable lists that you can build. There's a unified cart. So I would encourage you to sort of download it, and in case you come across something, happy to get some feedback as well. And we do plan to expand beyond these surfaces as well. There are plans of opening up Google Assistant, which for voice commerce, something which is very long term. Even YouTube as a surface is being considered to be opened for something like a buy on Google. So we do plan to open up other surfaces as well beyond what is actually mentioned here. I will spend some time on this slide to sort of take you through, what are the key changes that we are actually making to the buy on Google experience that we announced in July. We've been active on what was formerly known as shopping actions for a while, but in July we announced a series of key changes to the experience, and I'd like to sort of highlight some of those changes. From a business model perspective, I can't harp on this enough. There'll be zero commissions, so no commissions charged across categories for selling directly on Google. In the new structure, we do expect sellers to bring in third parties like payment providers, customer service tools, stuff like that. So third party fees or charges may still apply, but Google will not charge a penny on any sale that is actually made on Google for any of the categories. Up until now, in the former experience, we used to charge commissions like any other marketplace, ranging from anywhere between 5% to 15%, on an average about 8 to 9%. But that would no longer be the case. We do plan to provide more visibility for small and medium businesses. We do realize that with time and with evolution, bigger retailers tend to get more visibility on platforms. So we're trying to figure out ways to ensure that we are able to discover, the users are able to discover, and we are able to provide more visibility for small and medium businesses. For example, we're looking at providing filters to users that makes it easy for them to discover inventory from small businesses as well. All purchases that actually would be made on Google will actually be backed by what we call the Google guarantee. It's something that was there on the previous experience too, but we do plan to highlight it a lot more and make it more prominent in the new experience. And I will talk about it a bit more on my next slide. We also plan to bring in a lot more choice for sellers. So going forward, sellers would now be able to select what payment provider to work with. We have started off the partnership with PayPal. So for now, we're accepting PayPal. So you would need to sort of link your PayPal accounts on Merchant Center. But we have identified a bunch of other payment providers that we do intend to partner with in the long run. So you will be expected to bring in your own payment provider. You will be expected to bring in your own customer service as well on the new 0% experience. We do realize that there may be sellers that work with evolved customer service tools such as Zendesk, Freshdesk, Salesforce, stuff like that. So you would have the option to just simply link your accounts if you have any existing customer service tool. At the same time, we do realize that there may be really small businesses that may not be working with on such tools. All we need is a customer's front email ID that actually gets linked for us to enable buyer-seller messaging. So even in the case that you don't work with any customer service tool, as long as you have a customer front email ID that is responsive, that should work. Right? And what we will do from our end for all orders against which queries or concerns are raised, we will actually enable buyer-seller messaging and then hand it over to the buyer and the seller. The third piece is we would expect in the newer experience the sellers to manage their own returns. We will provide the option to sellers from which they would have to choose that you can either go for Google facilitated return labels, so we can generate the return labels for you, or you can generate the labels for yourself. So you will have the option to choose from that. There are a lot of changes that we are bringing on the operational side of things as well, and I know with Said Commerce being here, which is an integrated partner, I know they're fairly adept with all of this, but I'll still like to sort of talk about a few changes that we're bringing on the feed management side of things. We will be launching something called catalog-based offers, which basically means that if your products already exist on Google in the pre-existing catalog, you just need to select the product and put in the price and quantity and expect your listing to go live. So you will not be expected to put in all product data again, which was the case up until now. So you can just simply select the products if they are already available on Google and put in your price quantity and expect your listing to go live. The next thing on this end is we actually will bring in the capability to port your feeds from other marketplaces. So for example, you're already on Amazon and there is an Amazon feed that you're working on. You can simply take that feed, no need to reformat it basis Google guidelines or the buy on Google format. We'll start accepting feed formats of other marketplaces. So you can simply take that feed, plug it in Merchant Center, and take advantage of the 0% commission on Google. The underlining objective is that we're trying to make everything simple and easy for sellers to take advantage of the new zero commission model. Last but not the least, we will provide the option to manage consolidated feed. There may be some sellers who may be on multiple programs on shopping. So for example, there may be a seller that would be on ads, on free listings, and also on buy on Google. You need not have separate feeds for all of these programs. You can actually have one consolidated feed and just manage attributes, which products to be made available on ads, which ones to be made available on buy on Google and stuff like that. So you don't have to maintain different feeds. These were some of the changes. We do plan to. There are other changes as well, but I would encourage you to keep a lookout on things that are happening on the buy on Google side of things, as and when we keep announcing more changes. Let me just spend some time on what the Google guarantee is all about. I mentioned it on the previous slide. What it essentially means is that users that your products are actually backed by the Google guarantee, which essentially provides users some trust and some peace of mind via purchase protection. It's available for all orders that happen on the platform, so puts all sellers on an equal footing. The way it works is, in case of hypothetically speaking, if there are defective items or items that are not delivered, or there are refund issues, and the user raises a query, Google will facilitate user-seller interaction and will wait for things to get resolved. And of course, there are timelines and responsiveness measures that are in place at the back end. But if it is unresolved, the user can actually file a Google claim via the Google guarantee, and then Google investigates the issue on both seller side and user side and tries to get that resolved. Let me also briefly talk about what are the requirements to be on the Buy on Google program, and also on the eligibility. From a requirements perspective, it's fairly three things that are required, and we spoke about it earlier as well. Sellers need to bring in their own payment providers and link those accounts on Merchant Center. Get ready to handle customer support directly. So we would need a customer-facing email ID or the provider that you work with. The third is decide on how you actually want to generate labels, whether Google does it for you or you do it yourself. From an eligibility perspective, Buy on Google for now is only in the US. We do have plans of other markets, but timelines are still not decided. So there needs to be availability and payments within the US. Like most marketplaces, there are certain categories, restricted products and services, which is unsupported. You can see some of them on the right-hand side of the screen. So things like digital goods and subscriptions, or customized gifts, or pre-order items, stuff like that, are still unsupported. I just want to mention that we still fall, both these programs, free listings and Buy on Google, fall under the umbrella of shopping, so we need to comply with all shopping policies that exist. I've mentioned the links on the slide, so you can actually, these are external links, you can actually open these and go through all of the requirements and eligibility here as well. To summarize, we spoke about two programs, which is free listings. So list your products for free on Google, and Buy on Google. So enabling users to purchase your products on Google itself. From a user redirection perspective, free listings, you need to have a website. You will start getting, if you opt into the program, you will start getting free traffic to your website. For Buy on Google, you may or may not have websites. So we have lots of website-less sellers that are actually on the experience. So it's not necessary for you to have a website to be on Buy on Google, because as the name suggests, the transaction actually happens on Google. From a cost perspective, both these programs are actually absolutely free. For Buy on Google, there may be third-party fees that may apply. So for example, if you're with PayPal may apply their own processing fees, but Google will not charge any commission going forward across categories. You will start getting free impressions and free traffic in both of these programs, so I encourage you to sort of opt into them. From a visibility perspective, both your listings, which are opted into both of these programs, will actually be visible on the shopping tab naturally, and also on other surfaces like we mentioned, like search, images, the shopping app, stuff like that. For Buy on Google, just to sort of summarize, it will be all orders will be backed by the Google guarantee, and with the app experience, you'll also get ability to build a universal cart, easy reordering, shareable lists, stuff like that. Reporting is available for both the programs. For free listings, it's fairly limited for now, so you'll be able to see the free clicks that you're getting to your website. But there are multiple other reports that are in the pipeline, in the works, around brand, category cuts, all of that, for the free traffic that you're getting. But for Buy on Google, you'll get a bunch of reports on Merchant Center to figure out, is your shipping good enough, how many times you're winning the buy box, what are the reasons for losing the buy box, stuff like that. You should be able to see on Merchant Center for your Buy on Google listings. And both these programs are available via integration partners. So Zed Commerce is integrated with us, and both these programs are available, and I'm sure they'll talk about it a bit more later as well. This is my last slide. Most importantly, how do we join, right? As I said, from a seller perspective, everything shopping needs to be done on Google Merchant Center. So you need to create a Google Merchant Center account with your business information and add your exhaustive feed, right? As I said, you can have one exhaustive feed and you can select which programs should surface which products. So you don't need to maintain different feeds. For retailers with websites, I would encourage that you opt in your entire feed on the free listings program and start getting free traffic to your website. It's fairly simple, just the feed and the opt-in is required. That's it. For buy on Google, at the risk of repeating, those units are denoted by this colorful card and the transaction happens within Google. For retailers that with or without websites, there is participation criteria, which is around payments, customer service, returns that we spoke about. For now, it's in public beta. So you need to submit interest via interest form. It's a fairly simple form. Once you submit interest via the interest form, our onboarding team will be in touch with you on the next steps. Once eligibility is complete, you can link your payment provider, select your customer tools, sign the terms of service, and simply test your listings and go live. So it's fairly easy, fairly intuitive. And both these programs are essentially from a Google perspective, they're free. So I would encourage all of you to sort of make use of it. And with that, SetCommerce, as I said, is already integrated with us. I'll hand it over to Akash to speak a bit more on what they actually have to offer on this integration. Over to you, Akash.
Thanks, Atish, for these wonderful insights. Let me just quickly share my screen. Okay, thanks a lot, Atish, for these wonderful insights. That was really indeed a very educational session. Well, honestly speaking, I too got to learn few things today, like few new things today, and I'm sure our listeners must have learned a lot of things from you as well. Okay, so now today what I'd be discussing on to will be the role of SetCommerce as the official Google Feed partner in this unpaid experience. Well, now the term unpaid, which I'm using up, has the great importance here, since Atish explained that Google has removed all the commissions and is now proceeding in providing a free buy on Google experience. So on a similar basis, SetCommerce is also moving ahead into this and collaborating with Google hand in hand. We have provided something which is quite extraordinary and will help each and every merchant in pushing their business upon this new experience, which we'll be discussing up after a couple of slides. I know you all are interested in hearing that up, like what is the big announcement, but yes, trust me, it will be worth your wait. We'll be discussing that up at the end of the webinar. Further, let's start by discussing a slight view upon SetCommerce. Well, yes, we have been into this business from the last 10 years and been helping the businesses to grow by providing them different services like marketplace integration, extensions, online e-commerce store setup, mobile application development like Android or iOS, or anything which your business actually needs to grow. Till date, we have eventually helped more than 20,000 plus businesses in providing all these different services. We have eventually dedicated ourselves in delivering high in-demand enabler solution across all the different e-commerce platforms like Magento, Shopify, WooCommerce, OpenCart, PrestaShop, or any other. Or let's say if you want to move ahead with some or the other custom-based framework, so we are there for your help as well. Now, let's throw some more light on this new buy on Google experience and how SetCommerce will be associated with this. Now, the name new buy on Google experience, or which we can formally say as Google Shopping Actions. Well, most of you are already aware. This is an invitation-only platform where we, being the official channel partner for Shopping Actions, will help you with all the different services which are currently provided under the Shopping Actions program or this buy on Google experience. SetCommerce will eventually provide all the help which is related with onboarding, necessary account setups, creating the banners, the logos, approval to sell, or even we describe the whole complete selling experience for you itself. Now, if we talk about the integration solution which SetCommerce has developed, that's an all-around product which basically starts from the very basic, which is uploading your products on this new buy on Google experience, then managing the inventory and price levels, and then moving ahead and providing the order and shipping management. So in short, it provides an all-around service which starts from the very basic and covers all the prospects. Further, there are some other features as well on which I'll be talking on the next slides. So if I have to talk about the features, the first one will have to be profiling. Well, yes, as you can see that a profile is basically a group of products which can be created through various filters. Well, basically, if I talk in a layman language, let's say you are selling on 3 different categories. One is electronics, one is footwear, and let's say one is clothing. So what you have to do is like you have to create 3 different profiles, one for electronics, one for footwear, and one for clothing. Now, in each one of the profile, you can add the similar set of products. Further, what it does is like it provides a hassle-free and an easier experience to upload your products on the Merchant Center. Now, secondly, what I have is like order management and real-time synchronization. Well, yes, all the orders can be directly imported or received from the Google Shopping action into the one centralized location for an easy fulfillment. Well, yes, you can directly update the fulfillment from the back of your store, and we'll take that fulfillment details or those tracking details and we'll update that on the shopping actions. Most importantly, I have another feature which is by the name of fixed inventory. Well, yes, this is for all the manufacturers or for all the members who are listening to me and who doesn't worry about stock levels. So for those, I have this fixed inventory. In this, you can set a particular desired value against your inventory and just sit back and relax. Now, whenever any order comes for that particular product, we'll again update the inventory with the value you have fixed. Now for example, if I say, let's say you are selling hand sanitizers. Now these days it's quite popular. So let's say if you are selling hand sanitizers, so you are a manufacturer of that. So what you can do is like you can enter the fixed inventory level over there. So whenever any customer purchases on the Google Shoppings, so what we'll do is like we'll update the same inventory level which you have put up over here. Now further, we have enhanced e-commerce setup. Well, in this, what we usually do is like we track the complete revenue which you have generated across the Google Ads based on the e-commerce enhanced data which we receive from Google. Also, we get data of the abandoned carts. So we strategically plan that with you and try to get the number lowered up for the abandoned carts. And all this work is done in consultation with you, and there are no extra charges which needs to be paid up over there. Most importantly, I have some technical features as well, which is by the name of automatic conversion tag. Well, yes, within our application, what we usually provide is like we give a benefit to install the GTM scripts and conversion tags in the store automatically. We also provide a multi-currency setup. Well, yes, if you are a seller and you are selling on multiple currencies on your store, so what you can do is you can select a particular currency and we'll create the feed according to that currency itself. So you don't need to worry like whether you want to sell on Australian dollar or whether you want to sell on US dollar itself. Now, there is another feature by the name of custom item ID. Well, yes, you can set a desired item ID format for each of the product and each of its variation, so that the differentiation can be done very easily. Now, most importantly, we provide a bulk product upload and an inventory management, so you can upload thousands of products within just a single click once the category and the attributes are properly mapped. Also, what we provide is an inventory level management. Well, let's say you get an order on your store and the same products being listed on Google Merchant Center. So what we do is like we update the same inventory levels on the Merchant Center as well. That's being done automatically. Moreover, there are some exclusive benefits which you get from SetCommerce apart from the features which I discussed in the previous slides. The first one being complete assistance. Well, yes, in this we provide a complete onboarding setup. We provide a complete setup for the Google Shopping Actions program. What we do is like we help you in the necessary account setups. We provide you an approval to sell, and then we complete the selling process itself. Most importantly, we provide a relentless 24/7 support. We do have actual team of support members who are sitting behind the systems to help you out in each and every way possible. Now, there is a technical member who will be aligned to you as soon as you connect with SetCommerce. That will eventually help you up in guiding with the policies and the guidelines which Google has laid out. Further, what we do is like we provide assistance in all the campaigns. That is like we help you in creating the store banners, we help you in creating the logos. That is the demand for your store itself. But the most important slide of the today is like role of SetCommerce as the official feed partner in this unpaid experience. Well, yes, I know I talked about it in the starting. So what SetCommerce has done over here is like SetCommerce has put the app completely free to join hands with Google, because Google in this buy on Google free experience has provided a commission free experience to all the sellers. So what SetCommerce has done is provided a complete free solution to all of you. And trust me guys, there is no cap on how many number of products you want to upload. You can upload thousands of products on Merchant Center account and start to sell directly on Google itself. You can upload unlimited products on the Merchant Center, as well as manage a limited credit of orders from shopping actions, that too for completely free. Now, having said that, there are no extra charges for this. You can upload as many products as you want, and also try to manage a limited amount of orders so that you can see everything is functioning fine or not. And all this is done in collaboration with Google itself. Now, the frameworks which we are currently supporting are Shopify, WooCommerce, Magento, BigCommerce, and OpenCart. We have just out of the box ready-made solutions which can be directly used from the backend itself. All these are the native based apps which can be directly installed from the official app stores. Like you can search the on Magento app store, you can search from the apps.shopify.com, you can have a look on the OpenCart store, on the BigCommerce store, and on the WooCommerce store. You will find us over there. In case you don't see your logo here, or you don't see your platform represented over here, what you can do is like you can write down to us on support@cedcommerce.com, and we'll try to get that resolved for you as well. Now, if you want to reach out to us, well, you have a link over here which is by the name of bit.ly/startwithced. You can just log in up over there and you will be redirected to the landing page where you can connect with our support executive. Also, right after this webinar, you will be redirected to this page itself, so you can drop in your queries over there, or else if you have something else to be elaborated on, you can connect us at support@cedcommerce.com, where we'll be eventually helping you out in a very native way. Now, I open the ground for Q&A, where I, Atish, and Ankur will be answering each and every questions, whatever you have. So guys, you can type in your queries on the Q&A box, which we'll be entertaining up. Atish, I just got a question from the Facebook poll which we were running up. So it states that the customer is already selling up on Amazon and Walmart, so in the US itself. So why do he need to move ahead with Google?
Yeah, that's like the way I would answer this is, Google has access to, and it's absolutely fair that, and you maybe on Amazon, Walmart, eBay, you should look at it as an additional channel. So as an additional marketplace to sort of open another channel and get access to millions of users that are actually there on Google that are looking for products. So we've got more than 1 million users coming every day looking for buying products on Google, and that actually opens avenue to get access to those users via both free listings and also buy on Google. So
Definitely.
you should actually look at it from the lens of opening another avenue to get incremental traffic.
Exactly, like that will eventually help you to gain more crowd on your products. Also, there are no charges, like Google is not charging you any commission. Even SetCommerce is not charging you any amount for the app. So why not just try out Google? Okay, I see. There's another question. If I already have a set Google app, will I also need to set up the Merchant Center? Well, yes, Holly. You need to have the Merchant Center account, because without that we cannot proceed on that. But having said that, you just need to connect. If you have the set Google app, then you can directly connect the support executive over there. There will be a chat box option which is available 24/7. So there is a customer executive present over there. You can just type in the query over there, and we'll set up the Merchant Center for account for you at no additional cost. I see there is another question. I already have a Shopify account. What are the charges to set up for buy on Google? Atish, will you like to answer this?
Yeah. Thanks, Deepika, for the question. I try to. It's fairly simple. There are actually no charges to set up to open a Google Merchant Center account or to enroll yourself on Buy on Google. Even if you make a sale on Buy on Google, you will still not be charged anything by Google. Yes, as I said earlier, you're expected to bring in your own payment provider. So, for example, if you bring in your PayPal account and link it to Merchant Center, PayPal may charge you the processing fees, and that's about it. But there is no other cost apart from that, either in setup or in the process.
Exactly. And having said that,
even from a, sorry to cut you, Akash. Even from the fact that even Said Commerce just offered that it's from their perspective also they're looking at a free onboarding experience. So the way I see it is only the third-party fees that may apply, and that's about it.
Exactly. That was all I was about to say, Atish. Okay. I see another question. I use Shopify and recently noticed I needed to add Google product listing to each product. Would I need to do anything else besides getting onto Merchant Center? Well, no, I don't think. You just need to have the Merchant Center account, and that's it. Other than that, we'll help you in each and every setup which is possible. So we have the caliber for that, and we'll be proceeding according to that. Yes, Deepika, there are no charges on that. Like Atish said, there are no charges applicable, neither from Said Commerce, neither from Google.
Okay, I believe there's a question on, is an invitation only program? How do we get that invitation? That's a good question, Holly. There is a link on the deck, and Said Commerce has that link, so we should be able to share that link with you after the webinar. So it's a very small interest form. So what actually happens is that you submit your interest via the form. That form will actually ask you details on who's your payment provider and who's your customer service tool, and that's it. Once you send that information, you actually join the queue. So you join the wait list, and once your application is approved, so if you have the valid payment provider and customer service tool, you get approved, and then you're taken live on the experience. So there is an interest form that needs to be filled, and we should be able to share that link with you after the webinar.
That's fairly good enough, I think. So please drop in your queries. We are here for your help itself. There's one more question by the name of Deepika. Can it be a Shopify URL? Well, yes, it can be any Shopify URL. It can work with Shopify as well. We have the app listed on the official Shopify store, so you can just go ahead over there and search for Google Shopping Actions, and you'll spot us over there. Okay, so I see there are no further questions, so we'll try to give it a wrap over here. First of all, thanks a lot, Atish, for joining us and helping the merchants out. It was indeed a really educational session, and I personally really enjoyed it. Thanks for sparing your time.
Absolutely, my pleasure, and good to see an engaged audience, and hopefully all of us will benefit out of what we're trying to do.
Yes, definitely. Perfect. We'll send down the presentation links to you in the follow-up emails itself. So please make sure to check your emails to all the registrations, to all those persons who have registered up. Thanks a lot for your time, guys. We'll see you in some other webinar. Thank you.